This is how you upgrade the caster trap on Reckoning in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and you can actually do this up to 4 times to make it a crazy amount better. First of all, you obviously need to have the power on the map, after which you can head over to any of the caster traps on the map. There are 2 caster traps in the Tower 2 Dark Ether Entity Containment and also in the Tower 1 Quantum Computing, so you could choose whichever ones you want to activate to do this. It doesn't really matter, and it costs 500 essence to activate each time. Now, I'm unsure if you can just use the same one the entire time, as from my experience it only allowed me to do this step after then activating the second caster trap in the entity containment, so I would recommend just rotating between the 2. That's probably the easiest way to be doing it anyways. For example, this one in the Dark Entity Containment by the Forsaken, and there's 2 traps here as well, so you can do either one of these. So basically, in order to activate it, you just need to keep using the trap and getting kills with it, and you need to get a certain amount of kills. I'm not exactly sure on the right amount, but it should take anywhere between 3 to 5 times doing it, but activate it during middles of your game when you've got a full group of zombies hoarded around. And bear in mind, if you go into the trap, it will damage you, but once you upgrade it, it'll no longer damage you, which I'll get onto in a second. Basically, you just need to keep getting kills with either, probably just alternate between the 2, and then you'll get this quote that'll play for you now to know you've gotten enough.
Error. Memory full. Upgrade capacity to continue learning.
Then you just need to kill a zombie by here, and it will drop a hard drive for you to collect. And where you need to place the hard drive is you need to head to the Quantum Computing Core in Tower 1. And first of all, once you are in this room, you need to have Melee Macchiato. So if you don't already have it, buy it. Luckily, it is within this room, the same place you need to be. And this is pretty much a similar step to the main quest with the brain, because you can go over to the computer and then punch it, which will put a brain into it. Now you need to place the hard drive into the machine, and it begins a lockdown step where you have to defend the machine from the incoming hordes. Now on solo, you need to be prepared for this because it's going to be quite difficult, so make sure you've got a good weapon, etc., and you just need to keep defending the machine. However, as it turns out, if you are in a co-op game, you can have another player keep the final zombie, and new zombies won't spawn in during this process, so you can just do it at the end of the round. They can keep that zombie away, and then you can just finish the lockdown because it's purely time-based and not the amount of zombies that spawn in or the amount of kills you get or whatever. Now, I'm unsure if this is a mistake in just the way that Trek have coded this, because obviously it makes it way easier if you're in a multiplayer game, so it's possible they may patch this in the future if they do allow a pinned comment. But for now, you need to defend it if you're on solo. If you're in a multiplayer game, another player can just keep the zombie. And if you are playing solo, decoy grenades, of course, are very useful for this. Frenzied Guard or Ether Shroud even. Casimir grenades and shock charges are really good equipment too, of course. And you need to just keep defending the computer from being attacked from the zombies. So be careful about this. I think you have to get a separate hard drive if you fail. But anyways, once you've managed to successfully defend it, you will then get this quote to know you have completed that.
Systems online.
Now you are actually done with the trap upgrade. So now if you go up to any of the traps on the map, you can then activate it, and you'll see it will now say 2.0, and it will be shooting blue beams instead of the regular Dark Ether purple ones. And it's literally the same for all of them. And whilst you can do any of the traps on the map, you only need to upgrade it at whatever location, and it'll upgrade all of them on the map. And I would definitely say this Dark Ether containment is the best place to be doing it because it's the most open area, but it's up to you really, your own discretion. Now the thing is, you can finish here if you want, but you can keep doing this. You can actually, like I said at the start, upgrade it up to 4 times to get it to 4.0, and it just keeps getting better and better each time, dealing more damage, having bigger beams, and like I said earlier, you no longer take damage from it if you go into the beams. Once you've upgraded it to level 2, it will now cost 850 essence each time you want to activate it, and you will then be immune to the area of effect damage from the trap. If you manage to upgrade it to the tier 3, it now costs 1200 essence to activate it each time, and the zone of fire or the range damage is drastically increased.
Zone of fire increased.
If you manage to upgrade it to tier 4, it now costs 1550 essence each time you want to activate it, and it will create brain rot zombies in addition.
Hostile neural adjustment system enabled.
It does take an absolute boatload of kills in order to do this, and it increases a lot each time you upgrade to the next level. The kills are definitely in the hundreds per one. It'll probably take you into the round 30s to be able to upgrade them to level 4. And maybe even the last tier requires around 1,000. I'm not exactly sure from the gameplay. It's too hard to be able to track really, but it's definitely a hell of a lot, so it takes a while to do. Now it is a tedious process to carry on upgrading them, so I'm not sure how useful it would be for you, but it probably would be really good for high rounds. And there are 3 different hard drive slots that you can insert into the computer in the lab, so basically you just need to repeat getting kills with the trap over and over again until you get the quote again, then kill a zombie by it, the hard drive will drop, you can collect it, then you can put it back in the computer in the quantum computing room, defend it once again, etc, etc. But you can just be passively doing this through your game, to be honest, as you are playing, and it's of course a lot easier if you have 4 people in your game. It's going to be a lot more challenging on solo. Hope this video has been useful. I'll see you with plenty more to come.
Enabled.